Hi guys, welcome to today's video and welcome especially to all of my subscribers. A big thank you to each and every one of you for accompanying me on this journey to a $25,000 emergency fund and $200,000 cash in the bank savings goal. If you aren't subscribed, please consider subscribing because it helps me stay accountable to my goals and hopefully gives you some ideas that you can apply to your own budgeting journey. Also, added bonus, I am planning a $25 giveaway once I reach 100 subscribers. More on this in a future video, but do consider subscribing as you may be eligible to win. So every paycheck has a story, and this one is no different. Today I am budgeting my February 11th, 2022 paycheck in the Budget by Paycheck Workbook by the Budget Mom. So sit back, relax, and budget with me. Okay guys, so let's get into this. Key points for this paycheck. I discovered how my reimbursements get taxed heavily at work. So I did not realize that. And that's part of what's so great about being really mindful about budgeting is you figure out that, things that you should probably already know that you just are just making assumptions on are not actually, your assumptions are actually untrue. So I will explain that as I get into it. Another couple key points here. So I'm going to be showing you how I incorporate individual savings challenges into my cash breakdown. I think last time we focused more on our sinking funds in the cash breakdown. This time I'll show you how I do my savings challenges. And then the last key point is my gas bill or my electricity bill, in a word, sucks. And the thing is I have solar, so it shouldn't suck as bad as it does, but it does because in the winter, I use a lot more gas. So I don't know if you're experiencing the same thing in your town. If so, please comment down below. And if you're comfortable sharing, please go ahead and share what your power bill is looking like these days, because I really am curious if you all are feeling the pain of that as much as I am. Okay, so let's get into this. Let me zoom you in a little bit here so you can see. Okay, so we'll start here with my income. First is my paycheck. Next was my Mercari sales. And then I had to take a little bit of buffer out to take care of that tax assumption that I made. It's not much, but you'll see. So my paycheck was $28.41. Mercari was $72, and then I'm taking out $100 from my buffer, just so I can meet my savings goal. And the total of that is $3,113. I have 4 bills that I will be paying in this pay period, and that's my iTunes storage, AT&T for my cell phone, water, which is paid every 2 months, and then my Amex bill. I paid my gas bill last month, but I don't know, for whatever reason, I'm ranting about it today. I think because I saw an article in a newspaper saying that other people are noticing that their electricity bill, utility bill has been higher. So for iTunes, it's $3. For AT&T, it's $139. For water, it's $282. And for Amex, it's $384. And so that's a total of $808. And when you subtract 808 from 3013, you get 2205. And I'll carry that down below. Sorry, 2205. Total was 808. And brought it down below here. And then these are my cash envelopes. So I'm going to list out all of my usual ones. So we have gas, parking. They're not all getting stuffed, but I'll list them here. Gas, parking, groceries, eating out, fun money, self-care, miscellaneous, housekeeper, and online shopping. So gas is getting $0, parking is getting $3, groceries is getting $20, eating out is getting $0, fun money is getting $0, self-care is getting $50, miscellaneous is getting $0, housekeeper is getting $100, and online shopping is getting $0. So the total that's going into my cash envelopes this time is $173. And then when I subtract 173 from 2205, you're left with 2032. All right, and so I'm going to carry that up here to 2032. And then here what I do is I say C notes. And I have all of these things kind of written down in a separate worksheet, but essentially, and I'll show you what that looks like, but the total is 525, and then I would bring this down to 525, and then the leftover amount is 1507. So let me show you how I get to that 525 number. So these are all my sinking funds. And let's see. So I'm going to write, I'm using this list just for sinking funds. And then I put the date of the paycheck here, so it's 2/11. And you know all my sinking funds. They are my Amex, holidays. I don't have any new ones this time, although I may have renamed a few. These are my subscriptions, car registration, planners, travel, personal trainer, gifts, clothes, car maintenance, Black Friday, family, HOA, friend trips, vacation spending, other shopping, new technology, YouTube, business, treat yourself, and skincare. Now, I just realized I forgot to explain the tax thing. So let me go back. So this Amex bill, I had made a couple of planner related purchases because I like stickers and planner supplies, and my work reimburses us for arts and craft supplies up to a certain amount. And I was thinking I would just be able to get a full reimbursement for this $384 amount, which I had made the purchase on my American Express. But apparently, as I was looking at, what my paycheck was, the delta between what I would get in a regular paycheck versus this number is not 384. It's quite a bit less, actually. And it's because they took some taxes out for the amount of this reimbursement. And, I'll probably get it back at tax time next year, but it's something I didn't really account for in my budget. So I'm taking a little extra money out of my buffer just to cover that. So yeah, just something I didn't realize, and I should have realized, but of course, I wasn't being mindful about these things and was just thinking I was just getting a full reimbursement this entire time, and I wasn't. And this has been going on for over a year. So it hasn't gotten me into trouble or anything like that, financially or anything like that, obviously, but it's just one of those things where you just kind of figure out things when you're being more careful with your budget or more mindful. And it's great that I'm doing this, because there's just things that I should be more mindful of, and this is one of them. So anyways, that's that story. Okay, so back to the sinking funds here. So the amounts, Amex is getting 30 as usual. Holidays is getting 15. MLB is getting 18. Actually, let me put this straight. That must be hard for you guys to see when it's slanted that way. Car registration is getting 16. Planners is getting 5. Travel is getting 63. Personal trainer is getting 125. Gifts is getting 5. Clothes is getting 5. Car maintenance is getting 15. Black Friday is getting 5. Family is getting 5. HOA is getting 10. Friend trips is getting 5. Vacation spending is getting 5. Other shopping is getting 5. New tech is getting 5. YouTube is getting 5. Treat yourself is getting 13. And skincare is getting 170. I had moved. So I told you I was saving for injectables. I created an actual sinking fund. So there actually is a new sinking fund just called skincare. Rather than keep it in my cash envelope, because it's quite a bit to be carrying around in your wallet. So I figured it'd be better to just do a set aside sinking fund for that. And this total is $525. All right. And then we do the cash denomination breakdown. So this is 1, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100. So 30 is a 10 and a 20. Holidays is a 10 and a 5. Subscriptions is 10, 5, and 3 ones. Car registration is 10, 5, and a 1. Planners is a 5. Travel is 63. So a 50, a 10, and 3 ones. Personal trainer is getting 125. 125. Gifts 5. Clothes 5. Car maintenance 10 and a 5. Black Friday 5. 5. A 10. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 10 and 3 ones. 170 is 150. 70. And so we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ones. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 fives. We have 8 tens, 3 20s, 2 50s, and 2 $100 bills. And so that equals 200, 100, 60, 80, 75, and 10. And when you add all of these up, you get 525. So let's just check it just to make double sure. So 525, and that checks out. So that's it for the sinking funds. And then next we have what I promised I would show you, which is how I do the cash envelopes and my savings challenges. So I do this on the next cash envelope breakdown, and I put another date here, so it's 2/11/22, and then so there's only 3 envelopes I actually need to get cash out for my cash envelopes that go in my wallet, and that's self-care, which is really my nails, housekeeper, and groceries. So this is going to be $50, $100, and $20 for groceries. And then I skip a line, and then I do my savings challenges, and I just list them out here. So I know I'm going to do 2 envelopes for my 100 envelope challenge. So I'm going to write 100 envelope here, and then I'll do 1, my 72 envelope, and then 2, my 28 envelope. And so then I just carry the number here. So 72 and 28. And then for my, I have 2 52-week savings challenges going. So I have one that I call the beauty procedures one. And then another one I call my Christmas one. And I'm going to put 41 and 40 in this one. And for Christmas, I'm going to put 43 and 42 in. And so that's a total of, for the beauty procedure one, 81. And for the Christmas one, 85. And then I put my other challenges in. So for Saveopoly, I'm going to be doing $7 for 50 envelopes. I'm going to be doing 47, 26-week challenge. I'll do 17. The nickel challenge, I'll do 2 10s, which is going to equal 20. And then monthly. And the reason I write it down this way is so I know when it comes time to like highlight, I know I can highlight 2 separate 10s because of the denominations. I don't know. You don't have to do it that way, but I do it that way just so I remember what I'm doing in the challenge. And that's why I do like this, the 41 and the 40 and the 43 and the 42. And actually what I probably should have done here is do this here, 10, 10, and then just write 20 here. Yeah, that's better. And then for monthly, I would do 150. That's my February challenge. And then so the total of all of these is 677. And then we do the same, cash breakdown up here. 1, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100. So for self-care, we'll do 150. For housekeeper, we'll do 100. Groceries will get a 20. 100 envelope challenge, we'll get a 50, a 20, and 2 1s. And then we need a 20, a 5. Oops, wrong line. 20, a 5, and 3 1s. I'll just put a line straight through this so we're not confused. And then here for beauty procedures, it's going to be a 50, a 20, a 10, and a 1. And then the next is a 50, 20, 10, and a 5. Then Savopoly will be a 5 and 2 1s. 50 envelopes will be 2 20s, a 5 and 2 1s. 26 week will be 10, 5, 2 1s, a 20 for the nickel challenge, and then for the monthly it'll be a 100 and a 50. And so we'll have 12 1s, and then 5 5s, 3 10s, 8 20s, 5 50s, and 2 100s for a total of 200, 250, 160, 30, 25, and 12. And when you total those up, it should equal 677. So let's check that. $677. Cool. So that works. So then what I do is I take, actually I'll show you this part because I think this is sort of where the magic happens. So I have these cash slips from the Budget Mom, and I'll just take one, and then so I'll put it here, using both pages. So I use the one I used for my cash envelopes and savings challenges, and then my sinking funds. All I do is I add up the amounts. So we have 525, right? Plus that 677 number. So we have, that means it's $1,202 I'm taking out in cash. So I'll write that down here in my, on my teller slip. So then I can just add up the denominations here. So for ones, I'm taking 10 out for sinking funds and 12 out for my cash envelopes and savings challenges. So 10 plus 12 is 22. And so I'll write that down, 22. And then I'll do that for all the other ones. So it's 15 plus 5, which is 20. And then 8 plus 3, which is 11 for 10s. For 20s, it's 3 plus 8, so also 11. For 50s, it's 2 plus 5, so 7. And then for hundreds, it's 2 plus 2, so 4. And then we just check our work because I don't like going to the teller and being confused. So I always check this. Let's do it here so you can see it. So 22 times 1 is 22. 20 times 5 is 100. 10 times 11 is 110. 20 times 11 is 220. 7 times 50 is 350. And 4 times 100 is 400. And when you add all these up, it should equal 1202. So 22 plus 100 plus 110 plus 220 plus 350 plus 400 equals 1202. So this is good. So I'm heading to the bank later today, and I will hand this to the teller, and I gotta say, every time I do it, they're so grateful and love it. So make sure you do that. If you don't have to use this one. Just, you can make your own. You can use, there's so many vendors on Etsy or PinkX Budget. She has one that's built into a little kind of laminated card, so you could reuse it. And yeah, so just make sure you use one of these, because it really does make their lives easier at the bank. Okay, so now that we've taken care of all of the cash bank business part, let's get back to the actual budget part. And so we're done with the sinking funds. We have no extra debt, so we can skip that part. And then down to the extra savings. So this is where, so we had kind of already gone over what I'm putting into savings challenges and stuff, but all of that goes in here as well. And not to mention my emergency fund, which isn't actually something I take cash out for, because it's a large transfer, a large electronic funds transfer that I put into my Discover account. So the amount we have left over, so we have 1507 that we got to bring down here to the leftover column or row for extra savings. So 1507 here. And then for my emergency fund and my savings challenges, we have $1,000 going into the emergency fund and $507 going into savings challenges. And that should equal $1,507, which means we have 0 left over at that point. And then when we come down here to total income, we're going to add all of these numbered rows up to see if they equal our total up here, which was 3013. So that'll be counting 1507 plus 525 plus 173 plus 808, and that equals 313 or 3013. So 3013, and that's a check mark. So every dollar is accounted for, and our budget is set. All right, guys, that's a wrap for my February 11th, 2022 paycheck budget. Please do like, comment, and subscribe below, and definitely let me know what your power bill is looking like these days. Let's commiserate and suffer through these price hikes together. I hope you have a great weekend and a great week ahead. It is Super Bowl weekend, a big holiday. Well, it's not a holiday necessarily, but I almost feel like it could be a holiday weekend here in the United States. So if you're watching the Super Bowl, enjoy the game, enjoy the halftime show. And if not, just enjoy the weekend. And thanks again for watching. Cheers and rock on, everyone.